Good morning. We are here today to give you our story of hope, perseverance, trials, faith, and what the power of love can overcome. A story of how Special Olympics changed one child, who changed a family, who changed a community. In every good story, there's an underdog. The one we all root for, the one we can't wait to see where he goes. That, my friends, is this amazing guy standing next to me. That underdog is Shelby. I am Lisa Edelbrock. I'm an author, a coach, a mentor, a unified partner, a head of delegation for the St. Cloud Wolves team, coach for the 2014 and 2022 USA National Games, and head coach for the cornhole team for the 2026 USA Games in Minnesota. But my greatest accomplishment is who I have raised, my daughter Sasha and my son Shelby. Before we start our Shelby's journey, I would like to acknowledge the siblings. They have a unique journey of their own, but that is a whole other story. Our journey starts out like all the others. Kids are born, life continues forward. They start to babble and crawl, start to hit their milestones. But for us, that all changed when Shelby hit 2. He was diagnosed with autism. He had about 4 words, and then he lost them all. Our family began to spiral. There were too many appointments, neurology, OT, PT, speech. The world of autism or any other diagnosis for a child is lonely, devastating, and it's difficult to balance the dreams you had for your child with the acknowledgement that those things may never happen. It was a lonely and depressing time of life. The journey ahead felt daunting to me, but there was something about this kid. When I looked into these big green eyes looking at me, I always saw a spark. He was drawing me into his world. He was leading me into what he needed. He was forming me into this person that would advocate for him, and that is exactly what I did. But he was alone. We were alone in a very silent world. But then we found Special Olympics. We found others who believed in him. They believed in me. I felt that they saw the spark as well. I started attending Special Olympics because Shelby needed help with communication. But for us, the match was lit. Coming from a silent world to speaking with you here today at the LETR International Conference is a tremendous jump. By God's grace and with the help from Special Olympics and the LETR, it is an amazing success story. A success story that has continued to blossom with his involvement in the many activities he has shared with the Law Enforcement Torch Run. From holding the torch at polar plunges, plunging with first responders, speaking at 5K runs, working tip a cop with officers, to asking for donations at Cop on Top. These are all activities Shelby thrives in. His enthusiasm and excitement is contagious, giving him the name Happy Clappy. He shows up to these events to be an example of what the amazing organization Special Olympics is, but he also wants the community to know of the deep partnership that the Law Enforcement Torch Run has with Special Olympics. If it were not for the LETR, then the world of Special Olympics would look so much different. The world as we know it is not accepting of others who act differently, speak differently. So when we joined the LETR, I was apprehensive. Shelby was not. He was very confident in his abilities. However, I am moved that you have all accepted Shelby as he is. There's a learning curve for sure, but once you saw him, his spirit, you really saw him. You opened your arms and hearts to him, and he feels that. My hope is that we can continue to accept all the other athletes, speaking or non-speaking, into this world. I appreciate all of you for accepting Shelby as he is. You are our family. As the parent of a child with special needs, our child may never go to college, get married, or live independently. Our job does not end at 18. Ours is a lifetime of devotion to this child and to this adult. I do it willingly. My hope is that we continue to make the world a little softer. So when our family and all the other families can no longer carry this load, that our child has a safe place to land. A world that is more accepting and where there will be equality and acceptance for all. As we walk this walk, we carry that torch with you every day. Even though these adults may never reach these milestones, they can still live amazing lives. I will let Shelby share his amazing story of perseverance, enthusiasm, and his unwavering determination to be completely Shelby.
citizenship. I am an athlete with the St. Cloud Wolves Special Olympics team. I am mainly nonverbal. That is why I use this cool machine to help me share my story. I use my device, sign language, body language, and help from my mom to communicate with people. I like to change things up, so they had to put a lock on my device. But I keep figuring out the password. I'm almost figuring it out. I have been involved with Special Olympics since I was 8 years old. That is about 25 years. I started with swimming, bowling, and then I joined track, floor hockey, softball, bocce, golf, cornhole, and snowshoe. My favorite sport is swimming. The water calms me, and I love the feeling of it when I go fast. My mom was looking for people who would accept me for me. Instead of being called names, the R word, or gum being put in my hair, she found Special Olympics. In Special Olympics, people still look at me, but they just saw me, my stimming, and they accepted me for me. Then I had all this energy, and my mom found courses that Special Olympics offered. I started with the ropes course, athletes as volunteers. After the lunch at this session, I started picking up people's trays. At the end, the athletes voted for best volunteer, and it was me. I was noticed. This is where I found my confidence and kept charging ahead. Adding courses in Health Messenger, civic engagement, networking and fundraising, law enforcement torch run, global messenger. I was the first nonverbal global messenger and then advanced global messenger, opening those doors for others. This is where I found my voice. I love speaking in front of groups. In 2011, I was awarded the Athlete Leadership Athlete of the Year for all my hard work. This led me into speaking for my first LETR run. I was hooked. I wanted to share with others that although I may be nonverbal, I have a lot to say and so much to share. I want to share with everyone what an amazing organization Special Olympics is, and how it has transformed my life. I started participating in the law enforcement torch run final legs to summer games. That is so much fun. I love running with the officers. I have made so many great friends. Also showing them what autism is for me and how to communicate with those on the spectrum. I have also loved participating in the polar plunge now for 16 years. I love being part of the enthusiasm and excitement. I love cheering everyone on. I have helped with Cop on Top and Tip-a-Cop activities in St. Cloud. In 2022, I was picked to participate in the U.S. National Games in Florida for swimming. My mom was able to come with me to help with my communication skills. That was a trip of a lifetime. My love for Disney and my Special Olympics world collided. It was amazing. I came home with a gold in the 50-meter backstroke, a gold in the 50-meter free, and a bronze in the 4x25-meter relay. It was so exciting. But what I really came home with is amazing memories and a drive to do more. To break down more barriers, so more athletes who are nonverbal can continue to work hard and move up to more advanced competitions. We should not be held back because of our inability to speak, but have the chance to advance because of all our abilities, including athletics. In 2024, I was voted into the Law Enforcement Torch Run Executive Council. There I made more friends and continued to share my activities and abilities. I was able to attend the LETR International Conference in San Antonio, Texas. Another trip of a lifetime. I loved the courses and most of all running in the 5K. To not be alone and be part of this organization is amazing on so many levels. I am honored to speak with you here today to spread the message of hope to others. Although we may be different, we all have something positive and different to contribute to this amazing adventure called life. I am very proud to call you my friends. We athletes look to you to guard the flame of hope and to carry it forward for all the other athletes who are just coming into the light. They need to see that they are not alone. So when you meet Special Olympics athletes, I would ask you to continue looking at these athletes and accepting them for who they are, like you did for me. I want to thank you today for befriending all of us, for your extraordinary fundraising and believing in all of us athletes, for helping us educate our communities of who we are and our contributions that we can add to our communities when given the opportunity. You are all amazing. Your courage, dedication, and ability to love us all does not go unnoticed. So let's go out there now and spread our message of hope and be the light to others that acceptance is here, and you are the guardians of this eternal flame of hope. You are our guardians of the flame. Thank you all for joining me this morning. Let's go spread our message of inclusion, acceptance, and hope. Thank you.